Well, got trolled this week. I got my Bankai hype lotion ready, had my Bankai hype boner ready, and I was ready to fap, and that full page was looking pretty fucking good. I was like, yo, it's time. It's time for the Bankai we've been waiting for. And it was time. But then the next panel, the fucking tip of the blade was fucking taken off in an instant. And I'm just like, did motherfucking Yuha box shoot it off? And Ichigo, he's confused. He's like, what the fuck is going on, man? I thought I fucking had this shit in the bag. I was swagging it up for 3 or 4 months, and now this shit is happening. What in the fuck? But it turns out that it was not speed that Yuha Bach used, but it was time travel. This motherfucker can jump through time like fucking Boson jumping in fucking Nadesco or some shit, where he can just fucking go forward and fucking do shit. He's fucking taking initiative right now because, Ichigo is probably a legitimate threat to him at this juncture. And I know I'm gonna do the preemptive swag like I always do every fucking week because the Bleach fan base is a fucking disgrace, and I gotta fucking cock slap you motherfuckers out of your fucking insanity every fucking week. So I'm gonna fucking get that segment out right now. I know people are gonna be like, oh, Ichigo's exposed. Oh, he can't beat Yuha Bach. All that talk, all that hype, and for what? Now, I'm going to present to you this argument. Who else would be able to deal with that? And secondly, if Ichigo wasn't a beast, then Yuha Bach wouldn't be taking the precaution, He's like, oh, it's quite an impressive Bankai. So he's still impressed, but he can't let his boy get too hyped. So he he broke the blade off. And now Ichigo is just getting fucked again. And so I like a little tidbit where he was like, I was thinking to myself last week, wait a minute, did Yuha Bach actually take the time to fucking set up these traps like before Ichigo showed up and before he took his nap? He was like, oh, let me put this here and I'll put this here. But it turns out that's not the case. He was able to fucking manipulate time with the Almighty, because that was the true power of the Almighty that Hashwalth was alluding to. It is actually able to manipulate the future. So I'm thinking Tsukishima's gonna come into play at some point to help out with this shit, because Yuha Bach is using time manipulation, and Tsukishima was also using that. And as we all know, the Fullbringers are still waiting in the darkness, trying to wait for their time to strike, because those motherfuckers showed up like a few years ago, but they haven't showed up since. So I'm assuming that might be one of the counters to this, because Ichigo can't do this shit alone. But there's no shame in that. I mean, everybody had to fucking bang eyes, and then he still came out on top. And fucking Yuha Bach is Yuha Bach. So there's that. But, I had my Bankai hype boner, but Yuha Bach put me into despair, just like he did with Ichigo, and like, oh, despair, you fucking nerd. No Bankai hype for you this week, because I broke your shit in one panel. I've never seen shit like that before. Fucking Kubo. Just like always, just when I'm about ready to come, he fucking comes out of nowhere and kicks me in the balls. But I'll accept it, because I'm assuming, we'll still see the hype. But Kubo's a tease, and he's a troll, so he fucked us in the ass with that. But, like I said, it's probably gonna happen anyway, but Kubo twist, Kubo swag. We'll see how it goes. I'm not mad, but I'm annoyed only because I wanted to see the Bankai. But I understand we'll probably get to see it anyway. But time travel and shit. So I'm not sure how long this review ended up being, but not really much for me to speak on, because there's not, it's one of those transition chapters sort of. So we'll have to see next week, won't we?